All right, we're here at the University of Alberta Climbing Center. Wall Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, a lot of initials going on here. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Is this Teresa? Teresa, do we have sound? If you could comment. All right, we're here at the University of Alberta Climbing Center. All right, we're Wall Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, lots of initials going on. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Good comment. All right, Teresa, do we have sound? If you could comment. All right, we're here at the University of Alberta Climbing Center. All right, Wall Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, lots of initials going on here. Wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do we have sound? If you could comment. All right, we're here at the University of Alberta Climbing Center. All right, we're here. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, lots of initials going on. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Good comment. All right, Teresa, do we have sound? Technical difficulties here. All right, try to figure that out. Hopefully we'll get it sorted before competitors actually start. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc. Keep us updated in the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, Teresa, do you have sound? All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, updated initials going on. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, updated. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Good comments. All right, Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, all right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, updated. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Good comments. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, Teresa, do you have sound? All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, updated. Initials going on. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, updated. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going through here, wondering about sound. Good comments. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, all right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. Good comments. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, Teresa, do you have sound? All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the initials going on. Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. Good comments. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, all right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. I'm reading the comments going on here, wondering about sound. Good comments. I'm reading the comments. Teresa, do you have sound? Good comments. All right, Teresa, do you have sound? All right, we're Brawl, Sanctioned comp, Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the Brawl, Sanctioned comp. Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the Brawl, Sanctioned comp. Tour de Bloc, I'm reading the Brawl, Sanctioned comp. Well, we're going to try this audio thing one more time, see how that works. Keep us updated. No echo is what we're hearing in the comments. That's a positive. Got kind of a pixely female screen here with Kelly Drager. Oh, there we go. Alex Fricker is just trying to finish here. The other question I have for all of you in internet land is if my voice is actually matching up with what you're seeing, because that would be good. A couple things that we can answer already is that yes, it is reverse order of how they qualified. I can find a qualifying order here for you and let you know who's up next. So we already had Robin McMullen, Alex Fricker. Next up will be a local, Loic Fujinaga. Then Patrick Fairbanks, another local. Then we're going down south, Mark Dirksen, Marco Gach from Calgary. Loic is on the volume right now. After that will be Mitchell, Dexter, and then qualifying first, the only one to send the hardest boulder in the building, Sam Tucker. On the female side, we already saw Freya Hammond Thrasher, a good Edmonton girl, and just after that was Kelly Drager. We saw some cheering for her in the comments. Samantha Lee is up right now, trying to attempt this jump. Then Stacy Weldon, Tanya Marielt, and then Lisa Van de Panay. This is really not my forte. My apologies on the names. Third is Regan Kennedy. 2 is Eva Thompson. And qualifying first, the only one in the building, including the men, to do the second hardest was Julia Goldoff. She is a local girl. There's some really high quality names in this female list here. Not that there aren't in the men, but I would not want to take these 9 girls here. They look very, very strong. If you're wondering why we're taking 9 people, it's because there was a tie on the men's side, and so we're letting in the females as well. The more climbing, the better. That's the word on the street. Big thank you to Victor Dombrowski, setting up this tech stuff and doing some troubleshooting there for us. So shout out to Victor. And we also have Pete Woods. A lot of you who are at most of the sanctioned comps now might know Pete Woods as the MC. He's pumping up the crowd now. Some of you older competitors or viewers might know him from when he was on the top of the game. And he almost made it into finals this time, but thankfully for us, he is MCing. He's strong both on the wall and definitely as an MC. Oh, Samantha Lee sticking the jump. Very good job, Samantha. These Calgary girls are way too strong. Stephanie's glad to have the audio. Glad it works. Also, she is correcting my name. Not my name. My ability to pronounce names. Oh, English is hard sometimes. Thank you for bearing with me. Loic is up on the volume now. Sam is up high on the penultimate hold, stretching for the finish. Let's cheer her on at home. She must hear you through the internet. Almost there. Get that foot up, get that hand over. What you could do. Samantha, well done. Gets the positive reinforcement from the judge. You have sent that. And we have Loic. Oh, slipping off, unfortunately. This is the first competition that we've had in this building. And so stuff like the cameras, you're asking for zooms, uh, angles, kind of the way the problems fit in the space itself. First time for all of this. So any feedback you have, I'm sure the university would love to take that and run with that. Overall, from my perspective right now, it looks like all that hard work really kind of paying off for them. And hopefully all the hard work that Loic has put into his climbing is going to pay off here. Wrestling around with this volume here. It's relaxed enough to take some chalk, really positive. Oh, Loic just coming off. And that's it for Stacy for Sam and Loic. I believe we have Stacy and Patrick out now. Stacy, very, very strong competitor. We'll like to see her on this problem. Patrick, his first time in finals. We'll see how he handles the pressure. He is a local boy as well, climbs out of Rock Jungle, I believe. We'll see how he gets along. They're both quick on the boulders. They did preview it just a few moments ago, and so it will be fresh. Stacy has actually climbed 5 times in the Youth World Cup lead. The best she placed was 7th, which is quite a small number, number 7. And that's what you're going for, small numbers. Just like golf, the smaller the number, that means the higher you place. She's been 7 times in Open Boulder World Cup, and the best she's done in 12th in Chongqing in 2015, which is actually a pretty incredible result. And that's showing off right there as she sticks that jump and moves into the dihedral here. Patrick's going for the jump as well, coming off. Unfortunately, maybe he learned a bit about those holds so he can latch it there. In the comments, wondering who I am. I sound like Alex. I feel like Alex sounds very good looking. Thank you. There is an Alex in the Where's Waldo hat in the screen if you're interested, taking pictures. Some more information on these fantastic climbers here. Stacy Weldon climbs out of the CCC. Those Calgary girls, I'm telling you, really strong. Jay Hollowatch and Kelly Drager coach with her. Those are 2 very, very well-known names in the Alberta climbing scene, at least. We asked the athletes, besides climbing, what specifically do they do to train? And Stacy's saying swimming, weights, yoga. That's something I hear from a lot of climbers, the yoga. The flexibility is really going to help them on the wall. Moving over to Patrick here, just getting up on the volume. Making that press, trying to stand up. Wearing his bright blue Rock Jungle pinny there. Looking good, representing. He's making his moves. We asked Patrick what got him into climbing. And he said he had time on Wednesdays, which is when the University of Alberta offered it free to students. That's something that is really quite interesting about this gym specifically. The university students have their admission to the gym paid for through their tuition. And so this gym is packed full of university students every semester. And it really only calms down around final time. So if you're planning on visiting the University of Alberta, maybe plan on bringing a harness to to get upstairs away from those university students, or be prepared to make some friends with some well-learned students. One of those students being Patrick, engineering degree. Let's see if he can engineer a way to get to the top of this. Again, thanks for bearing with me. He's wrestling with this volume. Patrick being one of the shorter competitors. We saw him try to make the jump that Alex stuck, I believe. Oh, spinning off. But it's nice to see that the university students who are climbing for free are able to get to this level, you know, making finals. That's really exciting. Oh, Patrick finding a no-hands rest on men's one. You gotta be wondering what's going through their heads here. They've climbed for 3 hours already, trying to make it to this point, and then they have to climb 4 more boulders without any beta at all. They have to be exhausted physically, exhausted mentally, and we can see just how hard they're trying. Come on, Patrick. Let's get you up this boulder here. He's setting up for the jump. And looking at his options on the volume, decides to go. Oh! The tension through those muscles. It looks like that was his last attempt. The hold brushes are on. Preparing for the next athletes. I believe next we have up is Mark Dirksen and Tanya. Tanya Murialt, but I believe someone said rhymed with hero. We got a question in the comments here. Yes, it is a 4+ time basis, just like the World Cup. So these athletes will come in, they'll have 4 minutes on a clock that they can see. They start when the timer starts, and they get to climb until the timer stops. If they are already on the wall when the timer stops, they get to climb until they hit the mat. Here we have Tanya setting up for the jump. Hands on the hold, not sticking it. Again, learning stuff about the hold. We have Mark surmounting the volume. Playing with these holds that just must be gross. In the comments, cheering for Mark. Mark is actually from Lethbridge, south of Calgary. It's a city that I passed through on the way to the United States. They've always treated me well with gasoline and a little bit of food. So my relationship with Lethbridge is a positive one. Mark just sticking that move there, making it look relatively easy. Must train strong muscles in Lethbridge. Oh, sliding off that volume. Good attempt, Mark. They're both resting now. Recovering some of that ATP that is so valuable in all things athletic. We asked Mark why he's decided to start climbing. He gives that reward to a buddy of his who got him into it. Just decided to start one day, and look at him now, climbing in finals in Edmonton of all places. And Tanya going for the jump again, hitting the mat, unfortunately. Mark also, just like Patrick, saying not currently with a coach, working by himself. Got to admire the athlete with the tenacity to work by themselves. I know Andra did that for a while until recently. Very intrinsically motivated, those type of athletes. And here's Mark getting up on the volume. We got a question, has Reagan come out yet? Nope, you have not missed Reagan. She placed a little bit higher, so you'll be seeing her shortly. Here's Mark setting up for the little leap. Oh, not a leap. A move not, didn't make it that time, but oh, that move, he made it look so calm. Very good work, Mark. We also asked Mark, we have a questionnaire. I'm just looking at a questionnaire that we gave him. So we have on this questionnaire, where do you climb outside? You know, if you climb outside. This whole plastic climbing thing is its own beast, but you know, it translates a little bit outside. And we said, Mark, if you go outside and find real rocks to get to the top of, where do you go? And he mentioned Frank Slide, a little bouldering area south of Calgary, I believe.
Correct.
Victor says correct. Man, a few words, but fortunately positive ones. This just in. Oh, come on, Mark. Just coming off. This just in from the comments here. Mark climbs with the Super Elite Climbing Squad from home. Go, Mark. Oh, that last part was actually for Mark. But for everyone else, he climbs with the Super Elite team, which is why he's in finals here. He's up in that rest that Patrick found, getting a little press in there, recovering a little bit before he commits to this boulder. It looks like he's starting to enter the tougher part of the climb here. You know, the part he can't stand and rest on. Getting some tension through the legs, getting the match. Here he comes around the volume. Entering this portion of the climb he makes look so good. There he goes, using his reach. And let's see if he can latch it this time. Come on, Mark. There he goes, sticks it. Very good work, Mark. Let's see him get to the top of this. It'll be very nice to see him. We did have a male already get to the top of this boulder. It'd be nice to see another. Mark, let's make it you. Getting his heel on top of the volume, rocking over, pressing it out. Come on, Mark. Finish hold. You can get it. Come on. Oh, he wavers and he falls. Mark, very good effort. Very good effort. We have a couple other people about to get on their first boulder. Marco Gach from Calgary, I believe. And Lissa Van de Panay. Lisa, I am very sorry. Fortunately, you are much better at climbing than I am at saying last names, and hopefully we will get a glimpse of that here on Women's 1. Starting off with the jump, which has proven to be the hardest part for the women so far. Marco sequencing his problem, same with Lisa. Interesting fact, Marco claims that other than climbing, he trains in the art of Ukrainian dance. Here goes Lisa along the jump. Flying leap. Good effort into that, though. Let's see Marco use his dance skills up on this problem, using his feet, using his balance. I am getting Van de Pan. I'm probably still saying that wrong. Lisa making the jump. Oh, very close. Looking very good on that. Marco is one of the Calgary Climbing Center athletes. The CCC always has a lot of strong climbers coming out of there. Lisa just peeling off that. Very good. Lisa is also from the Calgary Climbing Center. They have a very strong team over there, which is proven how often they make it into finals. Here we see Marco trying to figure out how to get onto the top of this. He is quite a strong man, and if he can just get up there, maybe grab those holds, feel like he'd be a little bit more comfortable. What got Marco into climbing? This is an interesting one. Summer camp at the University of Alberta. It was at the U of A before they had the bouldering wall in the old gym. So this wall that we're seeing now opened in January. And so 15 years ago, in the infamous Butter Dome, Marco started climbing on the walls before they had the 45 and the dark side and the ship's prow, all of these things that were part of Tour de Bloc's 3, 4, 5 years ago. Oh, Marco trying the same way that Mark went and just barely reaching it, and then taking the Alex Fricker method and almost sticking it. Lisa's still throwing for that. You gotta admire the tenacity. I look at some of these boulders and then I go climb V0s because they look very hard, and they're coming out and they're throwing at themselves at this time and time again. Ah, very, very good work, Lisa. Very good work, Marco. If you were wondering where Lisa climbs outside, I can tell you that. Lisa likes to climb at Lake Louise. Some good quartzite out there. And grassy lakes. Good, well-known crags in the Bow Valley. Same with Marco, out climbing in the Bow Valley. That's where most of our sport climbers will be climbing, from Alberta at least. We have a little bit of climbing in Jasper. It's just not as developed as Bow Valley, I would say. Here we have Marco, no doubt setting up for the jump. Trying Mark's method one more time. Let's see if he can stick this. He goes. Oh, it's so very close. These jumps are so physically taxing on the athletes. They are getting on very quickly here, which tells me that they are just at the end of their time, so Lisa will be done. Since Marco is on the wall, we'll let him finish off. If he can get to the top of this, the time having gone means nothing. So let's hope Marco can get to the top of this. Making that match, establishing on both sides of the volume. Let's see if he can latch this. Oh, very close, Marco. All of these athletes have done such tremendous work just getting here and still throwing themselves at these boulders. Very commendable. Up next, I believe we have Mitchell Deere, and Reagan Kennedy, who has been asked for in the comments already. So make sure your eyes are on the screen so you can see your friend or your hero climbing these walls. Here they're going, pantomiming through their sequences. That's often done by climbers. Get some kinesthetic work on the problem before you actually get on it. Get some visualization. Here's Reagan setting up for the jump. Mitchell's getting up on the volume, pressing into that Gaston. Oh, Reagan making the leap, almost sticking it. Mitchell coming across the volume, looking very good. Oh, Mitchell sticking the jump first try. Reagan almost sticking it simultaneously. Mitchell's getting his foot on top and pressing and pressing. The volume looks very slippery from here. Oh, and coming down. He's so close. If he can just reel that in. Here's Reagan coming off as well. Mitch apparently trains out of Grip It, which is in Saskatoon, I believe. Got the confirmation from Victor. Victor knows most things. So anything I'm unsure of, I run by him. Keeping that in mind, if you have questions for Victor, ask us in the comments. He'll be sure to either nod his head or shake his head no. Who coaches Mitch? Jay Hollowatch. So this is definitely Saskatoon. Oh, Reagan sticking the jump, moving quickly up to the next hold, making it look quite easy as well. Mitch feeling the energy, getting on the volume. Reagan is one of those wonderful CCC climbers. Mitch making that move that has stumped others look so easy. Coming to the top of this volume, seeing if he can press out. Jason Hollowatch is also down as one of Reagan's coaches. Jason has been coaching some very strong athletes apparently. Correlation, causation? I guess the finals will let us know. Reagan sticking the jump. Let's see if she can get up to this final hold. Looks like there's a couple small holds that she needs to get up to. Coming down before that, unfortunately. 1 more minute left for these competitors. Let's hope that they can recover their muscles, recover their minds, focus, and get to the top of these boulders. They were both topped by the lowest qualifying competitors, I believe, which is just going to be a huge confidence boost for them. Style plays a very large role in these climbs. Reagan sticking the jump, Mitchell getting up. Reagan on the third or fourth last hold, trying to get her foot up. Mitchell coming to the jump that he stuck, I don't know how many times at this point. Reagan finding a high point for herself. Oh, Mitchell coming down. And that's his time limit. He's done. Reagan needs to do this right now, and she is right there. She is on the final hold. She needs to match it. She's getting her weight over. She has secured the boulder after the time limit, but since she's on the wall, we give that to her. Very good job, Reagan. People in internet land will be very, very happy. I was saying style plays a large part in climbing. As anyone listening, if you're watching this, you're probably a climber or, a parent of a climber. If you're watching this, style plays a huge role. And in qualifiers, there's 50 problems, and so style comes down to, the top 6, maybe the top 8, depending on where people are sending things. But in finals, it's 4 problems. It's only 4 problems, and usually they're 4 different styles. So you have to be a really well-rounded climber to get them all done, or you need to be very innovative to work around your weaknesses. This is part of what makes this so exciting. Not to mention the fact that it's beautiful people climbing beautiful boulders in a beautiful gym. We got Eva Thompson here. She is a young athlete. I'm not sure if she's in junior or if she's still in youth A. Either way, she is very young. And it's just great to see her pulling so hard. She's also from the CCC. Like I've said, they're breeding good climbers over there. There's a lot of hubs. A lot of hubs that are breeding good climbers. Canmore, Calgary. We got some climbers here in Edmonton. Dexter, this is his first final, I believe, and he just tore it up in qualifiers. He looked like he just slipped off there, but he moved through the beginning of that so quickly. It looks like he was just going to give you another example of how well he moved this morning. Back to Eva. Barely coming off of that. She's getting some good experience at this age, and this isn't her first final. She makes finals fairly consistently, I believe. I'm not sure how often she's made them in Calgary, but I've seen her in finals here in Edmonton fairly often. And so she is becoming one of those competitors that we'll be seeing more often, which is just really exciting for her and really exciting for her team. Barely coming off that. Oh, Dexter trying that compression method to stick that. Looking very good on it, actually. Unfortunately, barn dooring and coming off. So just wondering where Dexter trains out of. And in answer to that question, oh, Eva sticking the dyno. Very good job, Eva. She's up on the less dynamic portion of the problem. This is really where she hits her stride. As we can see, moving so easily up those holds. Like it's nothing. We've seen people fall on those moves already. Dexter sticking that move, looking quite good. Good enough to chalk even. Eva getting the points. Hopefully Dexter can follow up with some of his own. Anyway, we're wondering where Dexter trains. He's pressing up. One hand on the finish. Second hand on the finish. Very good job, Dexter. And I will finally get to my point. Where does Dexter train? Well, according to Dexter's sheet here, he trains 3 days a week, but days are determined whenever he has time. So unfortunately, he misread that, but it's great to see that he can climb because that was an unreal send, and I'm sure he climbs at one of those hubs. Calgary, Canmore, Edmonton, Lethbridge, who knows? All in all, good climb, Dexter. Looking forward to seeing you on men's 2. On to the final climbers on this problem. They qualified first. We're expecting big things from them, even though Julia is quite small. She is definitely in Youth A, and she qualified first, which is really incredible. Qualifying first for the men is Sam Tucker, someone that you would definitely recognize. He has been in finals quite a bit. He's won finals as far back as I can remember. Not that my memory is very good. Either way, Julia throwing for that hold there. She is one of the smallest competitors, but if she can stick this, that'll be quite good for her. Oh, trying to use the sloper on the left side of that volume. We'll see if she can get up there. She's looking at that. Here we see Sam getting to that no hands rest that Patrick found earlier. This just in from Josh Muller, a seasoned competitor himself, or someone stealing his identity on YouTube. Josh is saying Dexter is in Canmore. That is why he's doing so well. We actually did hear about Alyssa. There may be some torn ligaments, but she did sprain her ankle, no break, which is very fortunate. For those of you who didn't hear, Alyssa Weber came off a boulder and hurt her ankle, which is very unfortunate, but it's good to hear she's doing well. Speaking of doing well, Sam Tucker coming over this volume, just looking incredible. The top of that is slippery, as we've seen, and he's just squeezing the crap out of it. Showing why he, came out of the qualifiers ranked first, right there, breaking the sequence maybe, or doing it the way they intended. Either way, he's in position, he is chalking up, and barring a slip, looks like he is about to send this boulder. That finish hold looking not as good as he wants it, though. So we'll see how he handles that. Quite easily by the looks of it. Good job, Sam, qualifying first and sending that boulder very, very quickly. Over to Julia, who is not sending as quickly, but trying just as hard. We want her to stick this. Come on, Julia. She's a local girl here in Edmonton. She will have many, many finals ahead of her. In a final at 16, I believe. I believe she's 16. Julia also started climbing in a summer camp, which is quite cool. Summer camps, getting people started in climbing. Quite awesome. Julia placed 4th at Boulder Nationals and 3rd at Lead Nationals. Very, very impressive numbers. Again, we're going with the lowest numbers here, and 3 is very close to 1. 4 is very close to 1. Julia is a fantastic climber by the looks of it. Who coaches her? Kale, Tracy, and Ariane is who she put down. They're all out of Vertically Inclined. Vertically Inclined is one of the older gyms in Edmonton. Not older, not saying not a slight to them. They have history there. They have some very strong climbers coming out of that gym. Uh, I know Seth Johnson used to climb out of there. Lloyd used to climb out of there. Lloyd King. Dana Mall climbed out of there for a while. There are some very strong climbers who have come out of Vertically Inclined, and apparently Julia is one of those climbers. Actually, I believe Robin, that first male competitor who came out, is also from Vertically Inclined. So they have two competitors in finals today, which is just fabulous for them. We were wondering what Julia did for training to get so strong, and she says sometimes she does pull-ups, which is working for her, getting her in first place, going into finals. Unfortunately, she can't put that problem down, but that's okay. She has already done so much work. And on top of that, qualifying first, there's 3 more boulders to climb, so the world is their oyster. Back to Robin and Freya. We'll see how they handle this. Oh, there seem to be some cow socks in the video. That is adorable. Oh man, if you're looking at women's one there, right in the yellow streak, those are cow socks. Welcome to Alberta, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Alberta. Who got Robin into climbing? His brother. Who is having a birthday today, apparently, which is good for him. You know, one more revolution around the sun successfully, and he is in the crowd. So happy birthday, Robin's brother, Mr. Macmillan, I presume. I'm just loving these socks. You know, if someone could tell me where to buy these socks, I believe that I, Victor, and everyone in Internet Land would be very, very helpful. Or very, very pleased. It would be helpful if you gave us the information. So it's good. We don't have to change the camera angles, I don't believe. We can still get the men's 2 and the women's 2 in the same camera angles. I do believe, however, the men will be climbing on the right boulder and the women will be climbing on the left. Yes, yes, that is true. So the images below the screens correlate to the images on the other side of the screen. So even though Freya Hammond Thrasher is climbing women's 2, and that's on the right, she will be climbing it on the left. Glad we're all on board. There we go. There we see Freya, a local. Local, I mean Edmonton. Starting this problem. Feet cutting, managing to hold it. Very good job, Freya. She sent the first one very nicely. Robin getting into this press, starting the problem on this awesome teardrop volume. Oh, Freya coming down, unfortunately. Robin sending the first problem as well, making into this mantle, pressing into the wall. These volumes just looking so cool. Volume climbing is something that regular climbers don't often get to see because it's such a final or a competition specific thing. We're seeing it a little bit more in the gyms, but not as much in finals. And so we're seeing Robin wrestle with this volume here, trying to figure it out. But he seems to know what he's doing. He's already gotten to the bonus. And then we see Freya getting on this slopey hold, pinches, seeing how we could test their contact strength. Oh, Robin is actually on the finish hold, trying to move to the top of it so he can secure it. Oh, Freya sticking that pinch once more, keeping her feet on, getting her heel up. Very good job for Freya. Oh, and Robin coming down. He was working quite hard. So much tension required through your whole body when you're working on volumes like that. Oh, and Freya hitting the hold right before the bonus. Progress on the boulder, though, getting a high point, always positive. And even though both climbers hit the mat, we do still have cow socks. What a treat. Robin already back on. Very, very encouraging to see that he is feeling good enough to get right back on this. Again, 3 hours this morning, finals. Freya's actually back on as well already. Rocking way over. Oh, looking so good until hitting that hold and coming down. Robin getting a nice little shake between the volumes. Starting to climb up. Getting in position. He's been here before. What has he learned? Let's see if he can get to the top of this, just like he got to the top of the last boulder. Robin, we believe in you. Oh, using a different method. Very innovative. Hits the top. The crowd is clapping. And that's a send as dictated by the judge. Very good job, Robin. Congratulations. Freya is scoping this out as well. Now, she's a smart girl. I have the advantage of seeing some of these locals climb more than the Calgary, the Canmore, the Lethbridge individuals. But I know that Freya, she is a very smart girl. And she tries hard, not only in climbing, but in school. So her mind must just be working here, trying to figure out the best path. It's a good way to take it. It's probably why she's in finals rather than my method of, just pulling as hard as I can and and letting my feet follow. You know, the thinking climber is a successful climber. Those are words to live by the Alex sound-alike. Freya coming down, really good effort on her part, however. Really encouraging there. Who do we have next? Kelly Drager and Alex Fricker. We saw them earlier. Both very strong climbers, both not the tallest climbers. It's interesting how height plays a role. Sometimes you can't reach things, but when you're taller, sometimes you can't put your foot as high. Sometimes you can't get into these tight positions. Maybe this is a situation where being small will help you fit in the volumes. I don't know. I'm not climbing on them. We see Kelly skipping a hold, I believe, and making it look quite easy. It's hard to see on this feed here if there's a left hand there, but she's looking for something, and that might be it. In fact, that is it. Oh, and coming down. She was established on the sloper and looked very, very strong on it. Kelly Drager, strong climber. Alex working his magic on the volumes here. He's got a fuzzy chalk bag, which is really cool. Trying to get his foot up on that circular volume. Oh, and getting that knee way high. That takes flexibility. That yoga that Alyssa, or not Alyssa, that Stacy was doing, that's gonna help with that move. Unfortunately, coming down. Both athletes are on the mat now, recovering like they should. Alex, I believe, climbs out of Canmore. I think I saw Eugene coaching him earlier today, which is good. They got a fantastic crew out there. Strong climbers. Really nice gym. That gym is new in the past couple years. They're doing great things out there. Man, I love the climbing community. It's so great to see people from, all 4 to 6 gyms in Calgary even down to Lethbridge, new gym in Canmore, new gym in Edmonton, new gym in Calgary, all coming out together to this competition and just tearing it up. Oh, it makes me so happy. Here we see Alex getting on that volume. This trying a drop knee, switching back to the high step and deciding that maybe he needs his right foot in a different position. Slightly different position than he had last time. Not liking it though. Higher foot. Volumes are so body position specific. And he's trying to find that specific body position. Kelly Drager getting on the start hold. Pulling up. Making that move. It's a hard move. We've seen people fall off it already. Alex getting way high on the mantle and pressing onto that slopey, what looks like a foothold. And just using everything he has. Unfortunately, not enough. Comes to the ground. So Ron Tucker requesting the feet to be moved. We have done that. The feet seem to be out. Thank you for the request. And you're welcome, as you said thanks ahead of time. We got some of the route setters in here. I want to ask them a couple questions about the routes that are up. So first, Kale, I'll pass you the headset. Tell us where you're from, and then talk about these routes a bit.
Hello, my name is Caleb Thomas. I live in Vancouver. I'm a route setter there at Climb Base 5. I'm going to try not to curse while I talk about these boulders. That's going to be my goal here. So yeah, I guess we're on problem number 2. Is that still Kelly? I think, yeah. So women's number 2, the big test here is actually that they do the press by leading with their hips and not with their hands or feet. It's pretty common with these press moves that people try to move their hands or their feet first. The key there is really to get the hips first, like move the hips over the feet and then stand up. The end of the problem, so there's the big yellow hold right before the bonus. They need to perch on the start hold to match that hold. The bonus is a good hold. They do a long move off that to a really weird hold. It's got like 3 or 4 little places they can put their hands. The key to this is they need to get their heel up on the big hold before the bonus. That's the only way they're going to have time to match their hands in that weird little slot. And then a little pop to the finish, to get the crowd excited, maybe get their feet swinging a little. The men's second boulder, this was my favorite one, I think, that we did for the men. It's probably their easiest boulder. It starts with this little corner press. It's not too hard. It basically just wears their shoulders out a little bit. It's a little physical, but it's not too bad. There's a few different ways through this that I think will accommodate for big guys and small guys. Then they move to the volume. There's a little crimp on the bottom of the volume, a little crimp on the top of the volume, which is the bonus. Still, like, not hard. It's a little uncomfortable feeling. You don't really necessarily want to be there. They got a little bad foot on top of like the walk-looking volume on the right. And then pretty much there's 2 options to get to the end. So it's a risky it's a risk move for them. They kind of got to make a decision here. They can either get their foot up on the corner of the triangle and then stand up to the finish, which feels really, really insecure, or they can try to pop to the finish. That finish triangle volume does have a little tiny screw in on the top, but it's pretty bad. Like, jumping to it is, yeah, you need to have strong hands or it's going to be like a little bit of a risky move maybe. Oh yeah, we got some new people coming out. Oh yeah, Sam Lee and Loic. Yeah, we'll see how these guys do on this. It's a little interesting for me because I route set in BC mostly, and I get to see some of the Alberta climbers every now and again, but a lot of these names and faces are new for me. I was trying to gather as much info on these guys before I came out here, but it's always a little tricky, I think, when you don't know them so well. Loic especially is someone who I have zero information on, so I'm not exactly sure how he's going to do on this boulder. I got to watch Sam last week at the National Series comp at the Hive. She came out, she climbed really well. She's a very strong climber. I think she's strong in the hands, strong in her body. I think actually Sam's probably got a pretty good shot with this climb. It it might be the women's hard, maybe it's probably the women's second hardest boulder. And then there's one a little harder later. Um, oh look, she's got the heel. She just needs to trust her hands, and I think she's gonna get the flash here if she's smart. Come on, go get it. If she falls, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, good. She didn't fall. I was gonna I was gonna have to leave the booth and go out there and get angry because she should have done that. It was good. Um, problem one. Problem one for the men, I thought it was really a slab. We didn't actually have a slab in this comp. We had like a vert wall, a big flat panel vert wall. So Mike Cummings, one of the route setters here, I think his idea with this problem was to create a slab by putting these big volumes on the wall so that we could have that feel in this round, which is obviously something the gym doesn't have. I think that worked really well. I think we got really lucky with the crazy beta that Sam used to get to the top of the problem. That was definitely something we didn't intend, and it was definitely really, really cool. The human element, I think, is one of the coolest parts about competition climbing because you kind of get to see these, like, these people do these things that you really don't expect, and it creates a good show for the crowd. And that was one of those moments where we were kind of all jumping up and down and being pretty excited because we didn't see that. And then the women for number one, they had a jump at the beginning of the problem. I'm personally a big fan of giving the women a jump. I think that in Canada, our women can learn a lot from these kind of dynamic movements in their climbs. I don't think that this one was too hard, but it definitely required you to either have really strong hands to control the swing or to have really good coordination to plant the foot. From there, the boulder is fairly easy to the top, but the feet are a little tricky, so there's definitely a few places that you could make a mistake. I think we saw Regan Kennedy. She kind of had a couple little things there that was unfortunate, but she got the top in the end. Oh, Loic's looking good. Is he going to jump? Go. Oh, yeah. See, that was cool. He managed to get the little screw in, I think, at the top, and it allowed him to let his hips sag a little bit and then come back in. I don't think you guys can hear this on the live feed, but Pete Woods is like hamming it up in the gym right now. It's hilarious. He's like throwing t-shirts at people and stuff. It's crazy. I put money on it that Stacy does this boulder first try, maybe second try if she makes a weird mistake. Patrick's another climber actually who I don't think we had fully expected that he'd be in finals. So I know that he's a really strong climber here at the U of A. He's one of the locals in Edmonton, I think. Dallas, is that?
Rock Jungle.
He's a Rock Jungle climber.
Started here, moved to Rock Jungle.
So he's in Edmonton. I know Dallas here climbs with him a bunch. He's really strong in the hands, from what I noticed earlier. He can definitely hold things, that's for sure. I wonder how he's going to do with kind of this weird boulder. The men's set gets much less like this in the end. These first two boulders are pretty like, what people like to say is comp style or like World Cup style or whatever. It's, pushing and pressing and standing on volumes a little bit. The last two men's boulders are, the third one is like a pure intensity problem. It's just hard, bad holds, big moves. How strong are your hands? How big is your back? And then the third problem is like it's an intensity problem, but it's also very technical. The feet are really bad. There's a little jump where if they don't moon kick it, it gets a lot harder for them. Oh man, yeah, Stacy's looking so strong on this. See, this is the thing, is this boulder for the number 2 for the women is definitely gonna reward the women who really know how to climb. It's a rock climb, you know what I mean? It's not some crazy weird boulder. It's just like, do you know how to climb well? He's trying to make a decision here, I think. Did Stacy just blow the end? Oh God, I'm gonna have to leave the booth. How did she fall?
She crossed hit it and then spun.
She crossed hit. Oh my gosh. I was watching Patrick because it looked like he was doing so well. Oh my. The finish hold for the women is really good. It's like, I'm happy we almost made it worse. I'm happy we didn't. Patrick looks like he's going for the beta we originally sort of wanted in this corner, which was to palm out left. Um, so that's good. I think that's the most efficient way to do the move. Come on, Stacy. This hole that they have to match here is so bad. It's like 2 little slots. Oh my God, that was such a dangle. She should probably pound the wall or something. That was so cool. The crowd in here just went absolutely bonkers too. The place is there's a pretty good crowd here at the U of A, and I think there's a lot of like young student types because they're a little rowdy back there. It's getting pretty loud here.
Unfortunately, not a lot of room in this gym for large crowds.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's actually pretty cool about this gym is it's kind of like a horseshoe shape. So it's pretty small. The angles are really cool, but the gym is pretty small, so the crowd is like you can't see them in the shots because they're just outside of the finals boulders. But basically on the left and right side of the boulders where they are on the horseshoe, it's like just a whole bunch of people. And they're all jammed in there, and they're all like standing up and going totally crazy. It's totally cool. It actually makes for a really interesting environment because you kind of feel like the climbing is happening like in the crowd instead of the crowd being kind of separated from the climbers. Um, Mark Dirksen is an interesting one actually on this climb because we had a feeling that he was probably going to be in finals, and this climb was an interesting one for us with him because I think if I'm right, he should find the bottom of the problem actually pretty hard. He's really tall. If you can't tell, he's about 6'4", maybe. He's a big guy. I think the bottom might be kind of hard. He needs to get his feet up pretty close to his hands, and I think he might have a hard time with this. That said, if he proves me wrong here and he gets to the gray volume, he's going to have a really easy time getting the top. He's just going to stand right up and grab it. But we'll see. It looks like he's messing around a little bit with his feet. Tanya Moreau, she's another one who I think was a little bit of a sleeper for me. But I watched her earlier in qualifying, and she's like some of the other girls. She climbs really, really well. I think she found the jump maybe a little hard. I don't know if that kind of movement is so much up her alley, but I think this problem should suit her pretty well if she has the strength left in her forearm to do it. Mark should do this so easy. Yeah, see, he just stands up. He's so big. We have a guy in BC, Gavin Johnson, who's kind of like this, and we always need to consider him because he's just like,
Jan Hoyer.
yeah, it's kind of like, Dallas just said Jan Hoyer in here. It is kind of like this. So you get some of these competitors are like the size difference is very big. I think Alex Fricker or Robin or maybe the shortest climber, they're very small, maybe like 5'4", 5'5", something like this, and then all the way up to Mark Dirksen, who is probably 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". So we have almost a foot in difference in finals. It can make it a little tricky for us sometimes. See, Tanya's got the right thing going on here. She's getting that hip up before she's trying to move her hands. It's just, I think she needs to slow down a little bit on this move. She's maybe got a little too much adrenaline or something. She needs to breathe a little better, maybe. Relax. We should get someone to light some incense in there for her when she gets to this sloper. Tanya looks like she's kind of figured this out now. I hope she needs to slow down a little. Props to the U of A hold brushing team. These guys are hilarious. As soon as these climbers are like down there, just like there's like 4 people in there scrubbing the problem.
Except this guy.
Yeah, except the guy in the blue sweater and the orange and the yellow shirt on to the right of the men's climb. He's kind of, I think he's texting his wife or something maybe.
climbing. Brush is life.
Yeah, hashtag brush is life. Unfortunately we can't quite see the timer here on the live screen, but she's got to be down to the final amount here. She's got to be in her last couple of seconds if she isn't already past the whistle. Come on, Tanya. Slowly. Yep, there you go. She finds the heel, gets the hips in. Good. Come on. This crimp is so bad. Oh my gosh. So bad. Come on. Oh my gosh. She falls right at the whistle. All right, I think I'm going to go back out there and watch the comp. I'll give you guys a little sum up. For the men, their next boulder, as I said, it's just hard. There's no real trick in there. Nothing super fancy. It's just some bad holds and some big moves. How long have you spent on your 45 pulling on bad holds is really the test there. The women's next boulder is probably their easiest boulder. It's a red boulder. The start is really interesting. I took a bunch of these holds from Soil and stacked them all together in this big, long, snaky cluster. Alberta is known for its limestone sport climbing, like pockety kind of whatever. So like the idea there was it's a boulder where there's an awful lot of choices. There's got to be over 100 places you could put your hand in the start of this problem, and getting to the end of this big cluster is not really that hard. It's like V3, but if you make a lot of really bad decisions or you move too quick, you could definitely fall. Since the bottom of the boulder was so easy, we wanted to give them something kind of physical for the end. So they kind of like swing around a little bit on some good slopers, and then they have to do like a hand-heel match, and then a hard press, which is it's a lot different from the press that they're kind of doing here. This is like a heel first kind of rock over. The one on women's 3 is like a very pure mantle, like tricep problem with a little bit of a bouncy top. Men's 4, that's the technical boulder. It's got like pretty bad crimps. They're all the holds are dual texture, so you can't really use your thumbs. You're really on your fingers. The footholds are pretty bad. Actually, they're really bad. And then there's this weird little jump where you are, you have your right foot on the foothold, and it feels like you should like windmill over to the hold, but the angle of the hold makes that pretty hard. I feel like Sam Tucker is probably going to do it like this. He's got a lot of hand power, and maybe even Robin might do it like that. He's got a lot of hand strength. But if you want to guarantee success on the boulder, you want to match your feet and then moon kick the right foot. What that does is it actually pulls you around the angle, and you can get it really easy. You guys will see this later. Women's 4 is probably their hardest boulder problem. It's powerful. It's shouldery. It's more what maybe manly climbing, you would say. It's pretty powerful and thuggy. There's 2 pretty tricky heel hooks on a volume, and I think that the success on the boulder is really going to come down to how confident you are on those heel hooks and how much gas you have in the tank at the end of the 4 boulders. Yeah, I hope you guys out there are like enjoying the problems. Currently, I'm getting pretty lucky with regards to who's doing them and how quickly they are. I hope that the last 2 climbs keep going the same way. I'll be cracking beers after this if that's the way it is, but alcoholic-free beers, apparently, because we're at a university, I guess. I didn't curse, okay, so I'm doing pretty good, I think. So yeah, hopefully it goes good. Enjoy the show, guys.
All right, I'm back. Much to your dismay, I'm sure. Caleb is quite the character. Great to work with. Glad we brought him in from BC. We got Lisa here working for the finish. Oh, working so hard, but coming down. Yeah. Well, I hope that gave you a little better understanding of the boulders here and kind of what's happening. I said earlier, this is the first competition in this facility of this caliber. We had a rope comp on the same caliber early in the year, but there's not as many people coming out to climb lead as there are these boulders. We we brought so many people through today. It was just astounding to see, and the amount of volunteers that go into it is so much higher. And then the university doing the live streaming. Also, we did a youth finals, and so we did what you're seeing now, but for the young kids, Youth A and Youth B. We had 6 athletes from each division. One of the females couldn't make it, unfortunately. But it was really cool to give these kids a chance to pull on plastic, just like the adults, one at a time, 4 minutes on. And so that was really rewarding for us as route setters to see. So we did the little mini, didn't affect their standing at all. It was just purely for fun, and they all did quite well. So we are going to see some new faces in these finals, if that youth finals is any indication, in the next couple years or so. Thanks, route setters. Great job from Ron Tucker, possibly relation to Sam. If so, Ron, good job. Good job raising some good genes there, it looks like. Sam does some coaching as well, I believe, referring to Sam Tucker, coming up shortly. Who do we have now? This should be Reagan, I believe. And who do we have for the men? Let's see here. Mitchell Dare again. Oh, and we're back. It looks like they are, going to town on these boulders. I don't think Reagan has come off yet. We had a little glitch there on our end. But Reagan doing quite well. Already passed the bonus hold. Getting her foot up here, needing to sit. As we saw, the boulder is not done yet. She needs to match or cross. Oh, comes down. Gets quite hard up there. Route setter mentioning that crimp is not a good one. Oh, look at all those hold brushers. They are feeling fulfilled in what they're doing, and it is making for a great show because very quickly these climbers have some good friction holds to get on. Not too good, but the best that they can be. And that's all that we really need from these holds. We see Mitch getting up on these volumes, just working around, trying to figure out how he can get up there. He's in a good position now. And if last problem was any indication, Mitch will get to the top of this and latch that quite easily. Oh, so close. So close, Mitch. Good work. Next time, hopefully, crossing the fingers. But for now, we'll watch Reagan because she is getting on the boulder, making that first big move. The right heel is used quite intensively in this boulder, both there and up higher if they choose to do so rather than a toe. But it's a skill that takes a lot of flexibility there. Look at how high she's getting that foot. Flexibility and strength. And coordination. Reagan putting it together to hit the top of that boulder. Now it's Mitchell's turn. Mitchell from Saskatoon, working his way up these volumes. He's been here before. Let's see him get further. We're all rooting for Mitch. Hit the top. And it's looking good. He hits the finish, just needs to match. Come on, Mitch. Get that second hand up there. We believe in you. Judge shows it's good. He comes down with the send. Congratulations, Mitch. We have Dexter coming up with Eva. Eva again being one of the younger climbers, but not one of the weaker ones. The young ones seem to be able to pull really hard. As Caleb was mentioning, the place is pretty packed. It's not the biggest bouldering lounge. The university has quite an expansive lead area, uh, but that doesn't help us out for this finals. We need these high angles to provide these quality routes here, and so we just packed in here. Everyone's just happy to be watching the climbing. The climbers are happy to be on these routes, and it is such a good atmosphere in here. Such a good atmosphere. They're already started up on the problems, both going for their flash attempt. If you're unfamiliar the with the bonus hold situation, that's how they score uh, and break ties. So when you're looking at two people who've hit the finish hold in the same number of tries, they can go back and see who has hit the bonus holds in the least amount of tries, and that will hopefully break ties. Okay, we see Dexter getting up there, no problem at all. Hopefully Eva can do the same here. She's crossing quite statically to the finish before that swing. Very good job, Eva. Very good job, Dexter. The bonus hold is usually put in between two moves that will separate the crowd. So it should be a harder move, and that's the purpose of the bonus hold. We'll see who's coming up next here. We have the first place finishers from qualifiers coming out to hopefully continue their tradition of sending hard problems. We have Sam. He flashed the first one in quite an unorthodox way compared to the other climbers, but making it work. Let's see if he can do that again. And Julia here must be raring to claim what she lost on the first problem, just not quite being able to make that jump. Fortunately, no jumps here. So we'll see. I don't see Julia on the feed, but she must be there. Sam's previewing his route. I remember watching Sam in my first Tour de Bloc that I worked back in 2012 at the university at the Old Wall. Totally crushed that comp. Came in first, and that was my introduction to competition climbing and Sam Tucker.
Prediction, he's going to flash it.
Lloyd King here is putting out a prediction for the flash on this problem. Bold move, I think, calling our first place qualifier to flash.
He's got what it takes for sure. Yeah, he looks really good this evening. He probably has lots of confidence as well too, like coming into this competition and not seeing a lot of other big names on the registration list, which it's unfortunate. Oh, no flash? I'm glad I didn't actually put money on that. We didn't shake on it, did we? No, thanks. Either way, I know Sam's confidence is definitely up this evening. Not seeing big names like Eric Setna for one, or Jay Halawach. Oftentimes he's chasing those guys into finals, but yeah, it looks like he's probably going to walk away with some cash this evening too, and probably the top one spot. That's my prediction. What are your predictions, Dallas?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, Lloyd. Even though Sam didn't hit your prediction there, he's gonna do this. He's looked strong all day. He's looked strong on the first boulder, and he may have just rushed the finish. I don't know. I'm very confident Sam will also do this.
Shoot, I remember him when he was a youth. He was probably about 20 pounds lighter, and now with this extra 20 pounds, it's obviously all muscle.
Yeah, it looks like he gained 20 pounds right in his lats, hey? Those things are popping.
Good God. What are they feeding those climbers at the CCC in Calgary?
Yeah, you're telling me, hey?
Well, whatever it is, I want some of it.
Mm.
Come on, Sam, do this.
We're gonna put our feelers out and see if something happened to Julia. But as Lloyd said off mic there, Sam clinching the finish hold quite easily, in true Sam Tucker fashion. Okay, so we have a women's 3 on the right. It is the red aesthetic climb there that you can see with all those cool pinches. And then men's 3 will be on the right side of this overhang. You see these black holds that don't look very big until they get to the top, and then they look mighty slopey. You can see Pete there pumping up the athletes. Freya trying to get on the problem. Robin looking at the problem. This is going to be good. Victor came back, and all he had to say was sprained ankle, unfortunately, regarding Julia. So Julia's done for the competition, going in first, unfortunately suffering an injury and not able to continue. We wish her a speedy recovery. No use pushing oneself at this level. It's not worth it. Personal health is the utmost importance. Here we see Freya hanging on to these. There's so many options, and not many of them look good. Coming hitting the ground. We see Robin getting on the problem. Less options, but they look equally as bad. Lloyd's giving me a hard time. He doesn't like my cheesy sense of humor. Any of you who still have your volume turned on probably appreciate it or can at least put up with it. Robin looking so strong today. One of the 3 vertically inclined climbers that are climbing in this comp. Just coming off of the bonus hold, unfortunately. And we see Freya trying to wind up this vine here. Looking quite good. It looks like once you get to the top of these, this Jack and the Beanstalk like feature, you get on a big sloper, the bonus hold, and then there's nothing all the way to the top. Look how far away the finish hold is from the bonus hold in that little traverse. This looks like a hard problem. And talking to Caleb, he's saying number 4 is their hardest problem yet. I'll be excited to see them get to the top of this. And Robin getting on the boulder again. The angle on the wall here, I don't believe it is quite 45 degrees, but it's pretty close. Either way, it's a steep angle. He's going to be setting up just like he was earlier. Oh, throwing for this this bonus hold here. Getting his foot up on the volume. Can he hit it? Oh, getting some sort of a bicycle. Deciding against it. Come on, Robin. Oh, coming off again. Simultaneously with Freya. You can see some of the crowd spilling onto the mat there. Coming to the other side of the Boulder Lounge. And right in the corner, you can actually see the sponsors for the competition here. You see the Mech in the top. That's the green and white. And then you see Track and Trail, a local company, very, very generous, loves the climbing community. So Mech and Track and Trail, shout out to you guys. Really, really commendable to be supporting this type of thing. Freya sticking the sloper before the bonus. Really, really glad that she's able to hit the bonus hold there. Campusing her feet around, looking so good. She's established on the bonus, so she will get points for that, but she has come down to the mat. Uh, hopefully, hopefully with a plan in mind to hit that finish hold, because there's no other holds but the finish hold left. She's touched every other hold, it looks like. So Freya, just one more hold.
I believe we also have Flashed out of Calgary as a
Vic,
third sponsor. At
Vic,
least it's on the back of the T-shirt.
Victor's looking at the back of the T-shirt here. Flashed, yeah, out of Calgary. They made the matting in this building, and they sponsored the comp. So thank you to Flashed as well. Didn't mean to leave you out. Freya's down on the mat. Time's up. Good for her. She hit the bonus. Robin's throwing for the bonus. Can he stick it? Oh, very, very close. But he will not get the points for that, unfortunately. Well, Robin was able to do the first two problems, unfortunately not securing the third. Does this mean that the rest of the field is going to have a tough time? I guess we'll have to see. He climbed very well to get into finals, very well in the first two boulders. This is the one that Caleb was referring to as the man tester, the one that tests your testosterone-filled muscles, the ability to squeeze and pull. Alex here, a younger climber, is just feeling the effects of testosterone. I remember talking to him even in the spring here, and since then he has put on a little bit of muscle mass. So good for him. Let's see if he can put that to use on this angle. We also have Kelly Drager teeing off to climb this aesthetic climb here. These athletes are putting on such a show. Here you got Alex, a junior climber, starting on the boulder as well as Kelly. Oh, Alex just moving his feet around. He is a strong, strong boy. Kelly Drager trying to figure out where the best spot on these red holds are. Oh, and they both come down, landing on the mat. The hold brushers are doing their job. It's good to see people of all parts. There's a junior competitor who didn't make finals who's helping scrub holds. Actually picking them up. Did you see that? That's wild. We got one of the junior competitors picking up another junior competitor to scrub holds, as well as a father of one of the competitors able to reach it with his height. That was fantastic teamwork. The kind of things that you don't always see in the climbing itself. That was just a delight. And let's see if Alex can make use of these newly brushed holds, as well as Kelly. Alex again campusing his feet around. Such a strong kid. I've said it before, but these hubs in Alberta are just pumping out such strong climbers. Kelly looks like she is dialed in which hands she's going to use on the way up. Unfortunately, they aren't great, and she's coming off. Kelly, again, one of the smaller climbers, but she's so strong. So physically strong.
So it looks like we've got 83 viewers watching right now. The comment section's not very active, so if any of you guys have any questions out there, just shoot us a message. Let's see if there's anyone watching from outside of Canada.
Yeah, so I guess that's on you guys now, you sports fans. Called out by Victor. Man of few words felt that it was important enough to mention that. Yeah, let's get some love in the comments. Got some love in the comments. Kelly's getting on the boulder again. Alex is getting on the boulder again. Oh, Kelly looking so strong. Alex's foot blowing off. That's that's always my problem. The foot tension not being quite right. And coming off before my hands are ready to give in. Kelly trying again. She's put in so many attempts on this. We just want her to get up there. There's 20 seconds left, is what I'm hearing from the MC Pete Woods. The crowd is loud, but Pete is louder at this point. He's got the microphone. Alex making that. Oh, Alex just coming off. This problem requires so much strength. I'm excited to see Sam Tucker on this problem. He is one of the very, very strong competitors, as we've talked about already.
Oh, and it looks like we have a legitimate question in the comment section there. Will the wall be open tomorrow? Maybe Dallas can answer that for you.
So the wall being open tomorrow, we're hoping so. We got some people who are going to work very early tomorrow to try to restore the wall to a point where regular climbers and elite climbers alike can join and find excitement in what they love. So we're hoping to have it open tomorrow. I think it'll be open in segments. Whereas like we'll try to do all the bouldering. If we only get half of it done, we'll open half of the bouldering. We'll do what we can to open for you climbers there. A man who sounds like Alex, what is your favorite color? I really don't like to pigeonhole colors like that. If you show favoritism, then you really that color is going to take on its own meaning, you know, and I don't want the other colors to feel left out. But I feel like that may have been a sarcastic question. We got another one. Let everyone know that the super elite climbing squad is cheering loudly for Dirk. We also got a question for the current standings. I'm going to get Victor working on that.
Unofficial standings
Whoa!
right here.
Victor's already got some standings. I'll hand him the mic and let you listen to his illustrious voice.
All right, so currently for the women, we have Stacy Weldon in first with 2 tops and 2 bonuses. Eva Thompson in second, followed by Samantha, Regan, Freya, Tanya, Lisa, Kelly, and finally Julia, who is out of the competition. For the men, we have Sam Tucker in first with 2 tops and 2 bonuses, followed by Robin, McMillan, Dexter, Mark, Marco, Alex, Mitchell, Loic, and finally Patrick in 9th place.
Kelly just topped.
And I see Kelly just topped. That could change her place in the standings. Now again, these are unofficial scores. I will pass it back to Dallas.
Thanks, Victor. Man of few words, but man of great numbers. We have new climbers up there, so let's update this. I believe that was that Stacy or Samantha? Let's put Samantha up there. We also have Loic on now. Loic used to be a gymnast. Oh, we have the brushes again. Look at the left screen. That is just adorable. Those little junior climbers picking each other up. Oh man, it'll be great when they grow. Am I right? So that was Sam who was topping. Thanks, Teresa, for that. Uh, we see Loic on this problem. He's coming down again. He used to be a gymnast. He really has only been climbing for 2.5, 3 years, I believe, which is really good on him for making finals. But he came to climbing with the coordination and muscle control of a gymnast, and it's really done wonders for him, which is just fantastic.
So I believe that top by Sam actually put her in first place now.
Yeah, we got Samantha here. Now has jumped up into first place. Of course, we have some of these other climbers to come, and they'll have a chance. But for now, Samantha takes that first place position. Here we got Loic fighting for these holds. Oh, just so much momentum coming off. We got a DJ up on the booth. What's his name, Victor? What's our DJ's name?
DJ Full Circle.
The DJ Full Circle is in the house, spinning mad beats, I am told. Oh, Loic's just coming down. But if you're interested in listening to what we're listening to, look up DJ Full Circle, and then you'll get a sense of the awesome music that we get to listen to while we're watching these athletes. So now we have Stacy out. We already called that she had topped this, I believe, but maybe we were just being a little ahead of the game. Let's see if she can get to the top of this. We also have Patrick out. Again, one of those local climbers. He is a light dude, and he is very, very strong. So let's see if he can put those strengths together and surmount this boulder problem. We see Stacy pantomiming the route, trying to figure out where she's gonna grab. Oh, Patrick just coming off at the bonus hold there. You got Stacy on the start hold. She's starting to move up the climb here. Oh, Stacy's hit the sloper. She's looking so strong. Victor's making a call here. He's saying that she's going to make it to the top of this. I'll play devil's advocate, but I really have to agree that she can do this. But devil's advocate, you know it's not over yet. This move is quite hard, right? Luckily, Stacy is very strong, making that move. I believe that's a flash. Very good job, Stacy, showing us why you are so often in finals. We got Patrick somewhere. Not seeing him in the live feed, but I assume he still exists. Ah, there he is. Glad we didn't lose Patrick in the midst of Stacy sending the problem. But now that Patrick has seen Stacy send the problem, hopefully he can do the same. He's also a newer climber, been climbing for 3 or so years here. Which is, just quite impressive that these climbers who are newer to the sport are climbing at this type of level. And it's nice that they can get this kind of experience climbing in finals. You know, the crowd, the pressure, the time limit, the on-site, everything is just so unique about this situation. And this is why I like climbing. This is why I like the climbing community. Ron Tucker in the comments cheering for Stacy. Someone in the comments hoping that this boulder stays to be projected. I am not sure. We'll have to ask the head route setter. I'm not sure how many of these final problems are going to stay, but I agree it would be fun to play on these boulders. Patrick coming off that pinch. It does look bad. Does look like a bad pinch. I myself would change that to a jug to ease the passage from the bottom to the top of the boulder, but that's why I'm not in finals right now. That's why I'm in a room talking about finals. You know, some are good at climbing and some are good at climbing on jugs. You know, we don't judge. Victor judges. Victor is judging. Just to update everybody, Victor is judging. He's not judging Patrick, though, because Patrick is looking good on this attempt. We got good feelings about this, Patrick. Unfortunately, our feelings were not rewarded by the sticking of the bonus hold. Patrick, however, taking another quick attempt. He must be almost out of time. If he sticks this, that'll be a really nice point for him. Yeah, and that's the whistle. His time is out. If he can stick this, not good enough. Really, really a lot of effort thrown at that problem by Patrick. He's going to be exhausted. Got Mark. We had Caleb in here talking about Mark earlier. He's a big, strong dude. And if anything screams big, strong dude, it's this problem. That bump to that pinch looks so burly. Let's see if Mark can use his size, use his strength. Let's hope that that's not going to be weighing him down here, quite literally, as it may be. We also got Tanya. She was having that. The problem on the women's 2 right at the top there, rushing through that heel. So let's see if she can settle down a bit and perch on top of this hold as well. Of course, she needs to get there first. We got Mark pulling underneath that little cross move there, coming up. Oh, a little bit too much momentum, swinging him off of the hold there. We do have Tanya working her way up the little vine. She's down on the mat now. This might be a good chance to talk to the manager of the wall here, not the supervisor. This isn't Lloyd King or anything. John, I got a couple questions for you. He looks exasperated. No, we do not have a second mic. You can get real close to my face here, buddy. Okay, so John, you set up a bunch of this event. How is it setting up an event at this new climbing center?
It was a lot of work, but it was really cool. We're really happy to have everyone out, and we're really happy that it went off smoothly.
Yeah, first time for an event is always, there's unsures, right? You're not sure how it's going to work in the space. You're not sure how it's going to work with the particular route setters. I know we brought a couple people in. Any logistics that were really kind of hard for you to figure out? I know that we did youth finals. I know that we're doing streaming. What are your comments on that?
I mean, it was all challenging, but we have the right people here to deal with all that stuff. I don't know the first thing about live streaming an event, but luckily we have people that do know. But it definitely makes me appreciate the work that went into past events like the lead comp we had in March. I volunteered to belay for that, but it didn't really appreciate how hard everyone had to work.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we didn't have any chance for you to lead belay in this comp because we're not on ropes. But you put in some awesome work, and we're all very thankful for what you did, John. Any last comments before I take over, and much to the dismay of the listeners here?
I don't think I have much else to say. Sam, my beverage of choice tonight would definitely be beer. Dark beer.
And that, again, for the children at home, is alcohol-free beer. Drink water responsibly, kids. We have Tanya at the top here. She is so close. If she can press this out, she is going to be so happy. She's on the finish hold. Oh, and her foot slips off. Tanya, so close. She says goodbye to the hold. We say goodbye to John. Tanya, we wish you all the luck on your next attempt. She has 1 minute. Let's hope she recovers and gets to the top of this. Mark Dirksen playing around underneath this boulder. This boulder proving very tough for these gentlemen. Throwing for the bonus hold. Oh, he gets purchase on it and comes off. These boys, if they didn't climb for so long this morning, without this time pressure, I believe every one of them could send this problem. They are climbing so strong.
How's it going?
So we got Tanya and Mark going up the last attempt here. We got the whistle blowing. We also have Conrad in the building. For those of you who don't know Conrad, all you need to know is he's very, very strong. The first competition I ever saw was in 2012, and I was running people from isolation to the bathroom, and that's when I met Conrad. And he was the nicest guy, and I would like all of you to meet him. He says he doesn't got a lot to say, but I know he's a smart guy, so he's going to talk a bit about the athletes that he knows and the problems that he's seen in the competition on a whole. Conrad, thank you very much. I'm going to hand the headset off to you.
Well, hello there. My name's Conrad. Nice to meet you internet folks out there. Uh, as you see, we have a little climbing competition going on. There's lots of people and lots of plastic crushing. It's pretty entertaining and motivating. So I guess Mark Dirksen, not too sure I met him before, but he looks like a pretty strong guy.
That's Marco.
Oh, Marco, sorry. Okay, I did meet Marco. I recognize this guy. He's originally from Edmonton and is a trader now. He moved to Calgary, from what I'm hearing. But yeah, super strong guy. He's really nice. He's on the start of men's 3. Cool. Lisa Van DePayne cruising up women's 3. DePan, sorry, I'm terrible with names. Yeah, crazy. Marco just fell. He'll jump on soon and hopefully crush this one. Super strong competitor. Lisa's, oh man, look at this crazy mantle she's about to do. These problems look amazing. Oh man, there we go. Ah!
You spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon. Lisa, everybody.
That was Lloyd.
Lloyd, okay, that was Lloyd. He's an interesting fellow. If those of you who don't know Lloyd, he's the head man here at the U of A. Yeah, he's running the show, I guess. It's pretty awesome. Marco's back on the wall, gonna show us how it's done. Yeah, do you guys want Jare? Hey, Jare's here. He loves to talk. Here he is. Thanks for listening to me. Conrad signing off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have Marco Gauck on men's 3 once again. 4 points on all the start holds. Crosses to our right. Crimp. Intermediate pinch onto the left-hand pinch. Lisa we have finishing. Women's 3. Marco sticks the bonus and slips.
Sam says you should tell rad climbing stories. Sam.
Oh,
Geisterfer.
Sam Geisterfer. I know this guy. It's okay. Hi there, Sam. Let me think of
One
okay.
about how you dislocated your knee. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad story, I guess.
Good story.
2 years ago, I was climbing at Lake Louise, Alberta, and I was on a 5-3 slab. But mind you, it was going to connect to the 512B called female hands. I never got there when I dislocated my kneecap. I was on a 5-3 slab. Thankfully, Ariane, a friend of mine, had pre-clipped one draw, which basically saved my life. I was doing a high step on my left foot, and I think I moved too soon or hit the rock with my left knee, and my kneecap went all the way to the side of my knee, locking it. I was in agony. I was screaming. My friend Kyle was laughing at me because apparently I sounded funny, but I did not find this funny at all.
Can you give us a sample of how you're screaming?
I can't. And when you're 20 feet from the ground and you have a dislocated kneecap and you're being lowered with a dynamic rope, every time you hit the end, it really hurts. So I got all the way down to the ground and people offered me beer and whiskey.
Gluten-free beer and
Gluten-free beer.
alcohol-free beer.
Alcohol-free beer. Yeah. And rescue eventually came 1 hour later, and they gave me laughing gas. I offered it to people. Nobody took it. It was just for me. And I was helicoptered all the way to the Banff Hospital, where I was given a leg brace and sent off on my way. There you go. There you go, Sam. That's your story.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. We got two strong climbers in the building telling their somewhat depressing, albeit funny stories. But I just got handed current standings for the boys here, which is, what we want to hear. Patrick Fairbanks in 9th, Loic in 8th, Mitchell in 7th, Alex Fricker in 6th, Marco in 5th, Mark Dirksen in 4th, Dexter in 3rd, Robin in 2nd, and Sam Tucker in 1st. And yes, in the comments, Sam, definitely alcohol-free whiskey, alcohol-free beer. Cash prizes for 1, 2, 3. Victor, do you know the cash prizes for place 1, 2, 3?
I'm not too sure. Lloyd would be the man to talk to about that.
Yeah, we could throw some numbers around. They're in
I
between
know
1
there's
and
a
300 for first.
$1,500 total cash purse, I believe.
Yeah, $1,500 total for all the open competitors. So divide that by 16, and then you'll get the average amount that each athlete will make. But I think first place gets more.
First, second, and third get more than their comp fee, and the rest of the competitors in finals get their comp fee reimbursed.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure how it breaks down for first, second, or third.
I think if you can hear Victor there, I believe that first, second, and third actually make money, and then everyone else in finals actually get their comp fees back, which is pretty awesome. They get to climb for free today, and a little bit of payment for putting on a show. Kind of a good way of doing it, I think. Here we see Reagan playing on the sloper, getting over to the bonus hold. She's been climbing really well today. It'd be nice to see her get to the top of this as well. Victor is telling me that I think it's $300 for first prize. So these athletes are fighting for a new iPad Mini or a couple days of groceries. Reagan hitting the top, one step closer. Second place is $125 which will definitely get you a good grocery run, but it won't get you the expensive steaks. Third place is $75, and so that definitely covers your fee for entering the comp. And if you're from Calgary, it covers the gas. If you're in Canmore, it may not cover the gas. Depends where you fill up. If you're smart about it and fill up in Edmonton and then in Calgary, you're probably getting the best bang for your buck. But if you're filling up on the way to Canmore from Calgary or in between Edmonton and Calgary, you know those gas prices go up. So not only are you getting money, but you're getting the opportunity. I gotta stop that right there because Mitchell's doing something much more amazing than what I'm talking about. Mitchell, very good work. Hitting the sloper and coming off. The crowd is going nuts. They've never seen anyone do this before. And people have tried. They have watched people try to do that. And unfortunately, Mitchell was the first one to do it. But man, did the crowd like that. Oh, this just in. If you want to go to deadmau6.com/scoreboard.jpg. We have a live scoreboard running apart from this live stream. Thank you, Howmando4 for that. So they are running a live scoreboard for the audience here. But you at home can actually find that online and keep it running. You just need to refresh it to actually update the scores. Zorok999 is $300 for first. Yeah, $300 cash money. Makes some of the potential competitors maybe think they should have entered. Doesn't make me think that because I would not be earning the $300. But you know, a kid can dream. I never want to take that away. Looks like we have Dexter on, along with Eva Thompson. Dexter has been climbing very well. Let's see if he can continue that on this problem. Thanks, Sam. We will tell the competitors that the gas is definitely cheaper in Edmonton. Just one of the reasons to live here. I'm not sure if it makes up for the lack of mountains, but 5 cents cheaper on gas definitely, gives you something. Dexter making that look easy. He's coming up to the sloper. Let's see if he can establish on this and maintain. Come on, Dexter. Do your thing. Very good work. Has control. All he needs to do is hit the finish. He does so with ease and matches it. Makes the send simultaneously with Eva. Congratulations, Dexter and Eva, putting on a show, making it look easy. One step closer to the cash money at 5 cents cheaper. They are making money here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sam Tucker up, as well as the spot in the event where Julia would be climbing. It looks like P. Woods is going to attempt it. I think he'd made short work of it. However, all we have here to watch is Sam. Hopefully he makes short work of this problem, as he did with the first two. And Dexter showed that it could be done. And with that in mind, Sam's going to know that. He's hearing the cheering. He's watching Dexter come back into isolation. He knows that this can be done. Now he just needs to do it. Lloyd was saying he has confidence because he was climbing well today, and the competition put him in first place going in. He has the confidence, and now he knows this can be done. All he needs to do is do it. Slips off the start hold. Second attempt here. He can do this. Let's see him do this. Yes, Zorok. The IFSC gives away some pretty good cash money for the finalists in their events. If you know of anyone who would like to give us money to give these competitors, I would gladly give these competitors more money. Or if you personally would like to give money to these competitors, I'm sure they would take it. Uh, thank you for the information, though. You could buy a lot of groceries with an IFSC podium placing. Ah, so the word on the street is it is dead mouse, but with a 5 in place of the S instead of a 6. Sam Tucker topping out, making it look good, making it look easy. Sam, well done. We have men's 4. We have women's 4. These are brand new problems for you to look at. These are the same athletes you've been watching. They have proven to give a good show up until now. I don't see why that would change. The route setters have done a tremendous job so far, splitting the field, getting people up on the problems. I don't see why that's going to change. Men's 4 here looks like it has some small holds at the beginning, and then they start to disappear in lieu of a hold on the slab, and then what looks like a large lunge to the finish. And women's 4 has some funky volumes they got to play with, looking really cool. Again, route setters have done such a good job. I wasn't involved in this open final, so I can say that. I can say that they did a great job. And the climbers, they have done a tremendous job just putting their heart and soul and muscle imbalances into these problems. Got some K-tape on those muscles there for Robin. Robin has done good. He sent the first 2 problems, didn't send the second. Freya has also done really good. She put up a couple sends, I believe. But problem 3 gave Robin some trouble. But this is 4. This is a brand new problem. This is time for these 2 climbers to make it to the top. And we are all sitting at home, hopefully wishing for them to go up to the top. We're sitting in the booth. Victor is cheering very silently for these 2 athletes here. The clock has started. They're looking at these routes. These look a little bit trickier than the other ones. Women's 4 has been told to me as the hardest of the 4, and this men's 4 I'm intrigued by. There's crimps everywhere. Robin historically very good on the crimps. He's working his way towards the bonus holds. Unfortunately, coming off a little bit too soon. Some of these body positions are just astounding. What they're able to come up with, what they're able to hold. They just don't let go, you know? Climbers could hold grudges forever because they don't let go. Oh, we got the rankings here. I'm gonna list off rankings. It's on a couple. I've got a couple different screens running here. So from what I can see, Sam Tucker is in first place. He has 3 tops and 5. And Dexter Bateman also has 3 tops and 5, but he got one of his bonuses a little bit later, and so Sam has 3 bonuses for 4 attempts, and Dexter has 3 for 5, and that is where that split is happening. Next is Robin, who we have climbing right now, 2 tops and 4, and 2 bonuses in 3, ahead of Mark, who is 1 for 1 with 2 for 3, and then Marco, Alex Fricker, Mitchell, Loic, and Patrick. So if Robin wants to secure his podium finish, he's going to need to do this problem. Otherwise, if Mark comes out and flashes it, he can take that third spot away from Robin. Same with any of the competitors at this point, minus Patrick, unfortunately. So if Robin wants to leave it up to himself and not allow another climber to determine who gets third, he needs to do this now. Going over to the women, Stacy Weldon climbing really well. Oh, Robin sticking that bonus hold. What is he going to do now? Coming in, coming down. Looking at Freya. Coming down. I got all distracted. My apologies. Women's rankings. We got Stacy Weldon up at top. She's climbing so well. She's 3 tops in 6. So she hasn't not sent something yet. And 3 bonuses in 5. We actually don't have any ties for number of tops and number of attempts in the first 6. We have Stacy at 3 for 6, Eva at 3 and 7, Samantha at 3 and 9, Reagan at 3 and 11. So really good split there. And then we have Lisa. She has 1 in 2 attempts. Freya Hammond Thrasher 1 in 9 attempts. So she's trying to put that next attempt down right now. And then we have Tanya, Kelly, and Julia all tied. Oh, sorry, my apologies. All tied for tops. In bonuses, they are split. Tanya has 2 for 6. That puts her in 7th. And then Kelly is edging out Julia by 2 attempts on that 1 bonus.
Julia also only did the first problem.
Yes, Julia unfortunately out with the injury. All of these women, looking at all of these women, all of these men, these names sticking out, they are some powerful, powerful people. And that's Freya exiting. No doubt happy with her performance today. She is in Youth A, I believe. She's not even a junior yet, which means she's not quite 17, or she won't turn 17 until next year. I'm not totally clear on the age restrictions for Youth A. Good job to Robin as well. But Freya is still in Youth A. She has 2 more years of junior before she even hits the open competitive circuit as an open climber. So really good job for her. She must be happy with hers. We're all very proud of her as well. Robin also doing really well, making it. If he can hold on to this 3rd place, he's going to be very happy. But I believe Mark, Marco, Alex, and Mitch and Loic all have something to say about Robin holding on to that 3rd place spot. What they're going to have to do is flash. Mark will have, I think, 3 attempts or maybe 2 attempts to take that spot away from Robin. But these boys got to do it pretty quickly. So right now we got Alex Fricker. He sends this. He'll have 2 attempts or 2 tops and 3 attempts, and that'll put him ahead of Robin. So if he flashes this is his for the taking. Kelly Drager here. If she does this on her 2nd attempt, she could come in 6th. If she does this on her if she does this now to her 6th attempt, I believe, 7th attempt, she can bump Freya down 1. So she has a couple attempts here to gain some spots. Looking like a really hard women, just like Caleb prophesied for the women. We have seen Robin pass this point, so we know it can be done. We hope Alex can do it as well. Alex coming down. He will not get 3rd today, unfortunately. But again, these youth kids, I think he's in Youth A, just like Freya, so he is also 16 around. And just the fact that he's climbing this hard at that age is just so incredible. We see Pete Woods offering a mech bag to somebody very slowly. Oh, doesn't give it to them. Oh, Pete, playing coy. That bag will be given to someone eventually, I'm sure. We see Kelly Drager getting on this start hold here. It's unfortunate. Coming down. She is so strong. We see Alex Fricker getting on the problem. Getting that left hand. Crimping. Oh, making the extension. Holding it. Very nice. Very nice, Alex. Oh, we got the tall hold brusher out. Reaching up to that hold. That's nice. Oh, it's a father and son brushing team. Oh, that's a moment I'm sure they'll cherish forever. No confirmation on Robin's 2 for 4 or 2 for 3. This is the unofficial rankings. If it is incorrect, if it has been inputted incorrect, we will find out at the end. We got Alex shaking out with the good, out with the bad, in with the good. Got Kelly just struggling with this start move. It looks quite difficult. I feel like if this is still up in the boulder lounge when I come back to climb, I'm not going to try it. I will make it look much harder than Kelly is making it look now, and same with this men's problem. My hands, I've said it before, but my hands are made for jugs. You know, the in-cut holds are my friends. I'd like to take this time to talk about the individual route setters who kind of headed things up. Mike Cummings is the head route setter here in Edmonton, and so he was a vital part of what happened here in the building. He worked in conjunction with Caleb. You heard from him already from out in BC. We had Eugene. We had Eugene out from Elevation Place. I have to interrupt what I'm saying to talk about Alex's scream and then stick of the bonus hold. That was just absolutely incredible. Alex throwing for the hold, coming off, puts his hands up. The crowd cheers for him because he deserved it. He put in a lot of effort. Back to Eugene, or Huge for short, from Elevation Place. He's doing great stuff out there. If you haven't climbed inside, next time you're climbing in the Bow Valley and it rains, don't go to the campsite. Go to Elevation Place. Go check out what Eugene's doing out there. It's some tremendous stuff. We also had Chris Ache. He runs some of the CCC gyms. He came and set for us. Again, if you're in Calgary and you don't have anything to do, they obviously have some strong climbers. You can either go watch them climb in the gym and just be amazed, or you can try some of the routes that are making them so strong. And part of that is Chris Ache. We also had myself, the man who sounds like Alex. I was setting. I chiefed the youth finals upstairs, so I didn't have anything to do with down here. And then I set some for the scramble. And then we had some of our apprentices here from the gym. And there was a myriad of those. I'm not going to mention all of them. I'll mention Victor, the man of few words, because he is right beside me and I want him to feel good. But shout out to all the apprentices and all of the route setters who are head route setters in their own gyms who came to put on this fantastic the show for everybody. It's really quite cool. You think about it. Elevation Place. It's part of the city of Elevation Place, but like the CCC is a private gym. Base 5, I believe, is also a private gym. All of these route setters, they have their own things, right? They're doing their own things, but they're coming and helping make the community better by setting in a gym that isn't their own. And so, of course, they're getting paid, but just is really incredible seeing them all come together. Seeing Samantha Lee come off that volume there. First to make it that far, so very commendable. Where is the bonus on this? Is it on the volume itself? It possibly is. It might be the second hold on the volume. I can't quite see from this angle, but if that's true, she is the first person to secure the bonus. Samantha Lee, another very, very strong climber. We were watching her in the qualifiers as we were watching all of the strong climbers to make sure that the finals were appropriate. And she was one of the ones that allowed us to have faith in some of these hard problems because we knew she could pull it out. Loic, interestingly enough, started climbing the same way that Patrick started climbing, with the free climbing as a University of Alberta student. I believe he's an engineer, and you know he needs something to take some of the stress away, and it was climbing for him, and it has taken him many places. Squamish is one of his favorite, as listed, but has also taken him to finals at the 2015 Tour de Bloc here in the University of Alberta Climbing Center, as you are watching right now. So that's kind of cool, you know. The pair, Patrick and Loic, they're starting, you know, in their early 20s, in their late teens, but they're starting, you know, as their exit sport. They're not doing it at a competitive level the same way you would as hockey when you're starting at 12. They're starting in their low 20s, and they're still making finals, and they're just getting stronger. And that's one thing I love about climbing. You get some of these guys start a little bit older, and they're still able to pull it out. You know, you can't do that with hockey. You can't do that with tennis. But doing that with climbing, really, really awesome to see. Really awesome to see him barely coming off of that bonus hold. Not awesome to see he came off, but awesome to see that he got there. Really encouraging he can get another point here and potentially latch the hold before the finish hold, and then after that comes the finish hold. So Loic, let's get you up here. Sam, let's get you up here. Unless Sam's dead. The brushers are going crazy. Did Sam ascend? Victor, did we miss ascend with Sam? Sam is either resting or she is sent. They're clapping. They're leaving. I hope Sam got that. I really hope Sam got that. She looked great. It is much harder to watch two screens while you're talking about one of them, I must say. So my apologies to Sam if I missed that, but if you got it, congratulations. We got Patrick in here. He's trying to get one boulder down before the end of the comp here. Tough finals, but this is his first finals. He's probably just happy to be there, and you know, take this experience heading forward. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna get more experience, and he's just gonna keep doing this. You know, so good on him. We got Stacy Weldon, who is just climbing so well. See if she can make short work of this boulder. We got love for Andrew Rooney in the chat room here. He's the one that's motioning for Jake to move back so he doesn't get hit by Stacy when she flies across here. Smart move, Andrew. Smart move. Stacy Weldon is just looking so good. Look at the muscles popping as she gets up there. She is so strong, and she moves so well. That heel hook looking so good. She's on the sloper. Slipping as she goes to get up on the volume. We'll see if she can make this work. Foot coming off, hands coming off. Stacy making good work of that feature, good work of the problem. Patrick also coming off. And there's Andrew brushing the holds. We have a recommendation here to hire him at $40 an hour. Unfortunately, this is a climbing gym, and climbing gyms are not making enough money to allow hold brushers to earn $40 an hour. However, I've said it before, but if you would like to pay anyone in this video, I'm sure they would not resist taking money. So, Sam, go ahead. You got Patrick, biceps popping. Crimps must be pulling on thin skin right about now. He's been climbing all day. Comes off, popping off of those holds. His skin must be so thin. Fortunately, after this problem, he doesn't have to climb again if he doesn't want to, although we know he will. But he can give his skin some time to rest if he chooses to do so. But let's hope he has just enough skin left to get him to that bonus hold, and then just enough determination left to throw to the top. After that bonus hold, there's no more crimps left. They look like slopey holds on slab. Doesn't that just sound gross? Slopey holds on slab, just like these crimps in a dihedral. Come on, Patrick. You can do this. And Stacy Weldon making good use of the time. She must be well recovered at this point. This being her second attempt, I believe. Pressing into these volumes, looking so strong. Just slipping off. Patrick just slipping off. That's the 1 minute mark that I'm hearing. Let's give these athletes some time to rest, and then let's get them back on. You can see 2 screens of Andrew Rooney brushing these holds right now. Just fantastic work, Andrew. Not only does he look good in those glasses, but he brushes the holds for the athletes. Not just a pretty face. That's what we need around here. Not just a pretty face. Stacy Weldon feeling confident, getting on the boulder right away here. Come on, Stacy. Reel it in. We want you to get to the top of this. Unfortunately, coming down. Patrick getting on the boulder again. Andrew doing his thing. Stacy is on. Patrick is on. Patrick is down. That's the end of his comp. He deserves to be happy. He climbed well to get into finals. Unfortunately, finals didn't go his way. Stacy is also down. 2 very strong climbers. And we're on to 2 other climbers who are also very, very strong. Tanya and Mark. We'll see how Tanya can do on this powerful problem. She looks like a smaller girl, but I believe she has tremendous power. And then we got Mark, bigger guy, getting on these small crimps. But if he can make it through, he might have a better chance on those big moves. Whatever the outcome, I hope that they enjoy these problems and, if possible, get as high as they can. It's so inspiring to see these climbers trying so hard and making work of these hard problems. Mark is getting set. Moving through these crimps fairly easily. Going for a match. Oh, no problem. It's light on his feet for a larger gentleman. Moving through these crimps. Oh, and Tanya is on the wall, making that first move look easy. Coming into the press. And this is the match that knocks Stacy off at the end there. Let's see if Tanya has the energy. She does. Makes it look good. And here's the jump. Tanya going for the other side of the volume. Sticking it. Oh, and slipping off. Just missing the handhold. If she can get up a little bit higher, then she'll be able to grab that bolt, that screwed on hold. And we got Mark on the boulder again. Looking to get some more points. We got Andrew doing his thing. Mark is moving through the crimps here. Oh, that cross is proving to be tough. We have Tanya on. We have Mark on. We have Tanya pressing into the boulder with her foot there. Trying to figure what's the best position, not liking it, coming down. We still got Mark on though, making that cross. Head snaps back. Unfortunately, so does the foot, and that brings him off the wall. These climbers, so strong, still hitting the mats. That just proves how hard these boulders are. Tanya's already back on, liking that foothold. A little bit better maybe, still coming off. She made that move first try, and it just takes so much energy. Mark is setting up for the cross again. Lets out a scream. Holds it. Oh, comes off. It's that left foot. If he can do something with that left foot, keep it on a hold or displace his weight somewhere on the right, maybe that cross will go. He's on again. Must be close to the time limit. Tanya is gone. Good work, Tanya. Mark going for the match this time. Making it work. Oh, readjusting his hand, having it come off. Mark hit the bonus. I believe he obtained that. Earns a point there. Unfortunately, makes it no higher and doesn't have the time to try again. Or am I incorrect? He is hanging out by the boulder. I am incorrect. Mark gets another try. This is fantastic. He made it to the bonus. He has the beta to get there. Does he have the beta and the strength and the skin to go further? We will see. I'm not sure where Tanya is. She may have taken a rest so that she can finish this boulder. Got one of the local boys from Rock Jungle, I believe, brushing those holds. Mark's getting set. Going for the match, I believe, just like last time. Making it work. Pop to the bonus. Come on, Mark. You got this. Screams. Makes it work. The readjustment of the hand fits this time. He's going to go. He's going to go. Oh, and comes off. Mark with a fantastic attempt on that. He should be very happy. And unfortunately, Tanya not getting another attempt in there. Very hard boulder problem. These athletes are very exhausted. We got Lisa out here. We got Marco out here. You've seen them before. You know how hard they pull. Let's see if they can make something out of these problems here. They're looking at the problems. They're getting excited. We're getting excited. This has been such a good event so far. It's continuing to be good. We'll see what beta Marco chooses to try to use to get through this series of crimps, this puzzle, as it were. We see Lisa getting on the volume. Less of a puzzle, more of a see how hard you can hold on to these things. Pressing into the volume, coming down, unfortunately. Yeah, Marco on the crimps. He has strong fingers. We've seen this already. Making that cross look very easy. Moving to the bonus, holding the swing, that core, that strength. Unbelievable. Marco making the jump. Had a hand on it. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it. Came down. He's going to want another attempt on that, as do all of us. Not that we want an attempt on that, but we want Marco to have an attempt on that, because that looked fantastic. We got a couple things on here. We got a thanks for the live stream. Sam, you're very welcome. It's something that climbing gyms are doing now. I think it's fantastic. You know, we're looking towards the Olympics. If these local comps can get live streams going, that just supports what we can do at the international level. The IFSC is already, doing good stuff, and if it's going to Olympic level, it's just going to get better. So thanks for supporting the live stream with all the money you're planning on giving Andrew Rooney. Sam, thank you. And we also have a comment from the tech guy, not Victor, unfortunately. He is quite content on keeping his mouth shut. Much to our dismay, I understand. However, the other tech guy is saying, please stop refreshing the score. The server is low power, it's dying. So he says, please stop mashing F5, which I believe is the refresh. And if you could, I don't know, do it maybe once more, but selectively, so that you each get one more refresh. And then we may collectively not crash the server, which would be fantastic. We got Marco on the problem here. We've already seen him get this far, but we want to see him stick the penultimate hold, which is the hold right before the finish. Oh, Marco coming down. That cross we've seen is hard. He made it look easy, but at that point just didn't have the right position or the right strength or something. We have Lisa pressing into the volume. Oh, that is such a hard move. It takes so much strength. We see athletes make the move and then try it again and not make it. That shows me there's so much power required for that move that it's just there's not enough time in their 4-minute time limit to actually make that move again, which is unfortunate because it's so amazing to watch these athletes climb. We got Pete holding that bag around. I'm convinced he's going to take it. He keeps pretending to give it to people and then just keeping it for himself. At this point, I'm not sure I'd blame him. I think he deserves it. He's pumping the crowd up so well, giving him a treat. So if he walks away with that, I'm not going to say anything. But let's just keep that between whoever's listening and me. Marco setting up for the cross. Oh, that cross it just looks so hard now. Again, the recovery time is so low. Getting a high five from Pete. Where's my high five from Pete? Pete, you owe me a high five. He's given Lisa a high five. He's given Marco a high five. He's not giving the man who sounds like Alex a high five. He is giving someone the prize, though. Proves me wrong. That's character right there. Giving away a prize that was meant for the audience. Well done, Pete. Well done. Marco's done. That's the end of his comp. He should be happy. Lisa is done. End of her comp. She should be happy. We're on to Reagan and Mitchell. No doubt going to show us how these two are meant to be climbed. They have proven to be strong athletes, and I'm not expecting anything less at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, Lloyd King in the room.
How's everyone doing out there?
Lloyd, how are these problems shaped up?
Pretty impressed. The route setting team definitely killed it. It's great to have this a team, comprised of a BC individual and a bunch of proud Albertans coming together and collaborating and putting up these amazing boulder problems for our Albertan athletes. So they're definitely getting their money's worth tonight. It's kind of shaping up to be a pretty amazing competition. I couldn't be more proud of my team here at the University of Alberta Climbing Center, putting this show on and just making me proud. Pretty happy. I can't get over how proud I am. So yeah, pretty good response. Lots of tops, lots of falls, few injuries, no tears or blood. Lots of yelling. And shoot, just glad to be back on the larger scale competition schedule here in Canada and doing these events. We haven't hosted one of these large scale sanctioned bouldering events since 2012 at our old space back in the Butterdome, if you can remember that. Remember that, Dallas? The Butterdome?
Oh, I remember that. That was my first Tour de Bloc, actually, that I helped out with.
Damn, were you volunteering or were you working for us at that time?
Oh, I was working for you at that time.
Oh, okay, good. At least we were paying you.
Not much.
Shh. Wait, is this thing on? Yeah, so we're pretty proud to be back on the scene and joining the rest of proud Canadian, commercial climbing gyms that are hosting these events, and giving a place for our Canadian athletes. Like, give them the stage, let them prove, what they train for, and allow them to kind of just prove their best and be their best out there. So more comps to come from us down the road. I can't wait. So this just being pleased with the just a good response that we got from this event, having not been around for a couple years. So yeah.
That's great to hear, Lloyd. That's great to hear that we're back on. I know that we have a comp in the spring. Is that provincials? Are we running provincials here?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Pretty stoked. Earlier this spring, we did like a sanctioned rope comp for the ACA, and it was our first rope comp. It was our first rope comp, in the new space, and we did such a good job back there in spring that the ACA approached us and asked us if we could potentially graciously host provincials, and we couldn't be more pleased to be doing that. So looking forward to that event this spring. So yeah, we'll get our competitors out of the bouldering lounge in May and upstairs into the high wall loft. Looks like we have a Stacy Weldon in the house here. So Stacy, are you done competing?
Yeah, I'm finished.
So we have Mitchell topping out on that problem, showing us
Yeah,
can be
looks
done.
sweet.
We also have Stacy in the room. We just watched her climb quite fantastically. Oh, Mitchell not quite topping out there, unfortunately. But I want to get your thoughts, Stacy, if you're comfortable talking on the mic.
Sure.
Oh, awesome. So you just competed. First of all, congratulations. You did
Thanks.
very well.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, overall I thought it was awesome. A great mix of different types of climbing. First one, definitely a learning type of move, that first move, and then not too bad after that. Second one, a bit more powerful. The third one, yeah, really, I think you just had to go with what you had and stick with your guns. There was so many different options on those red spines that it was kind of, yeah, you could easily spend too much time mucking around on there, and then just the press at the top, which was cool. And this last one was burly, really, really burly. Yeah, that coming into that second hold on the volume, really, really, really powerful. I could only do it the one time. And then that move off the volume to that sloper. That sloper, there's not really a hold. Like, there's not really much to pull off on that one. And the heel is also very insecure. As you saw Reagan trying to multiple times slipping off that heel. Yeah, that's, I think one of my nemesis moves is the big lock off with no feet underneath you. So something to work on. But I think Eva is going to crush this in a few minutes here.
That's your prediction? You think first attempt, second attempt?
I think she could probably flash it.
She's so strong.
Yeah, very talented climber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how she does.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we were watching you through. What did you do on the first one? Was that a flash?
Third try. So that first move, like I was saying, is like a learning move. So I was doing the foot throw.
Yeah.
So and then catching the hand. So that took 2 times to kind of figure out, and then the third time I got it.
Good. And then it was a flash for the yellow.
Second try. So
Second try.
like did a flyby on the last hold and like almost stuck it and then kind of flew off.
Oh, I just keep imagining
Eva
you
is
doing
just
it your
walking
first
this.
time. Eva is looking very, very good here.
Yeah.
She's very
Very
young.
technical.
Do you climb with her in Calgary at all?
So I don't train with her. I've climbed with her before, but yeah, we don't train together. Yeah, she's just gonna crush this.
Yeah. She is looking very, very good.
Yeah, she's very
You in
relaxed.
Calgary, you do it right. You come out with some really
Yeah, we
strong
have a pretty.
climbers.
I mean, they've been doing this for. There, yeah, she's just gonna walk this. Awesome. Keep it cool, Eva. Awesome. Sick. That was sweet.
Eva flashing that.
Yeah.
That's an actual flash. That's not
Yeah.
that's not my version of a flash apparently.
That was awesome. Yeah, the Calgary Climbing Center has been coaching kids since I was 11, so
Oh,
a long time.
so that's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations for climbing so well. It's great to see you in finals.
Thanks.
It's great to see that you're still climbing very well. Since the last comp that I saw you in, you were also climbing very well in.
Punched myself in the face.
Yeah. No blood this time.
Yeah, no blood.
Yeah. So, thank you very much. Any other comments before you go?
I guess just thanks to the setters and University of Alberta. It was a great event.
Awesome. Stacy Weldon, very positive. Glad to have you in the competition. Glad to see that you're doing well.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah. Have a good one. It's good to get an athlete's perspective on these kind of things. Watching Eva walk up, that was just quite astounding. It's crazy to me to watch so many talented athletes who are climbing it at such a level struggle on a move because it is so hard. And then someone like Eva comes in and just walks the problem. It's just kind of astounding. You see that at every level. You see that at the IFSC level. You see that at the local level. They walk in, they read it right, they're prepped, they have enough energy, they have enough skin, and they come out looking so good. We got Dexter on this problem here now. We know he's strong enough. We've watched him climb already. He just needs to get to the right place. So hopefully he can do that for us. Hopefully he can do that for him. We'd like to see someone get to the top of this again. I unfortunately didn't get to see what happened with our last competitor. I saw him on the top, but I wasn't sure if he'd matched it or not. So if someone could let me know in the comments, that'd be fantastic. Dexter's looking for the time now, no doubt to get on at the appropriate time to maximize his recovery, but also to allow for the best attempt possible. If he thinks he might fall, he'll go a little bit earlier, but if he knows he has a good chance at it, then he'll recover optimally. He'll recover as much as he can before getting on the problem, because as anyone knows who climbs regularly, recovery is very, very important. Here he is going with the cross. He's shaking, getting that drop knee, popping out to the bonus hold, unfortunately coming off. He gets the high five from Pete that I so desperately want. And he looks like he's trying to walk off here. We got the junior climbers brushing. We got the judges motioning. So I believe we have one more climber to go. You know who it is. You've been waiting for him to come and send this problem. It's Sam Tucker. The crowd is going nuts because they want him to climb this. Sam is excited because he wants to climb this. And I'm sure all of you in internet land are excited because you get to watch Sam climb a problem and you get to finally stop listening to my voice. In case you haven't figured out, there is volume on your computer. You could turn it down if you want, but if your volume is still on, I thank you for, putting up with me at this point. Oh, there's Julia hopping through. Oh, Julia, unfortunately she couldn't be in finals, but at least she's able to be here and watch. The injury is not so crazy that she has to leave the building. That's good to see for her. We got Sam looking at this boulder here. We got Pete yelling Sam up this wall. Oh, thank you, Sam. Mitchell did not top. Oh, he was very, very close. He looked like he could. Condolences to Mitchell on that one. He'll be wanting that one later for sure. Sam's given this a good long preview. He's trying to figure out the best sequence, and it looks like he has decided which one he will go with. It looks like he is prepped, and let's see what he can do with these crimps. Sam wearing his hat on backwards. I once heard Pete Woods say, put your slab hat on and then turn it backwards because you're climbing slab. I guess that works here. Sam coming off again. And if Sam has shown us anything in the last 3 boulders, he'll do it on the second attempt. I believe I believe he flashed the first one, second attempt second, third attempt third, second attempt second, second attempt third, and here we go, his second attempt on 4. Let's see if he can keep the consistency. Pete Woods is pumping up the crowd. Sam is already off to a better start. He looks so comfortable on these holds that are so small. It's just incredible. Coming off on the cross. That cross has given a lot of our competitors problems. He looked so comfortable on it until he came off. That's what some of these strong competitors do that. They look so comfortable until right before they come off. He's got a couple attempts here. If he sends this, he'll be the only person to send all 4 problems. I'm sure that we would all enjoy to see that. The crowd would enjoy to see that. I'm sure Sam would enjoy to feel that. And that would definitely secure his win if he hasn't already secured it. Looks like we're trying to get a single screen here. Ah, there it is. Very nice. No logos, no name, no problem. It doesn't matter. You know what it is. It's the University of Alberta. It's the ACA Climbing Association. It's Men's 4, and it's Sam Tucker. Trying to get the foot up. Sam, you can do it. We know you can do it. Blake sneaking in there to get that last little brush on the start hold. I'm sure Sam appreciates that. Getting on the problem. Making his moves. Oh, we got logos popping up all over here as Sam moves through these crimps. Thank you, Victor, for that. Always doing his work well. Well, man, a few words, as I said before, but he is deadly. Victor, silent and deadly. Sam making the cross, looking so strong, popping to the bonus, just coming off before he hits that, unfortunately. Sam, we all want you to do this. We got word that the scoreboard is fixed now. If someone wants to check that, we can get the updated score going into this. Sam may already have this. I don't know. Oh, the crowd is going nuts. I cannot hear myself talk. Some of you may relish or envy that. Envy that lack of me able to hear myself talk. Either way, we got Sam on the boulder. Let's be cheering from home. Let's be cheering on the internet. Again, going to the bonus. That wraps the comp. There's a hug, not even a high five. I'm going to go get me one of those high fives. For those of you who are still listening, thank you for keeping your volume on. Thank you for bearing with me. We're going to get an updated score here as soon as possible so I can let you know before we wrap this up. But to our sponsors, Flashed, Mech, Track and Trail, Tour de Bloc, thank you very much. To all of the route setters, very good work, thank you very much. To the managers and supervisors at the U of A, to all of the people who worked to get people to sign waivers, to get people to sign up, to all the coaches, to all of the athletes, to all of the volunteers who judged the problems in the zones, to all the kids who put in the hard time, to who else needs to be thanked? You at home, you listening, you watching weeks from now. Thank you to everybody. I'm just so thankful. Because this was a fantastic event, and because I love the climbing community, and I love that it can all come together, and also because this means this is the last hour in a long number of hours in a row here in the last couple days to put this together. So this is Man Who Sounds Like Alex. I will be signing off. Please look up on the website here. I'm trying to find this before I sign off so that I can get you that so I can get you the rankings. Give me a couple seconds here. I'll try to find that. All right, I have the final unofficial scores here. Uh, ninth place in men's is Patrick Fairbanks. Eighth is Loic Fujinaga. I'm sorry, Loic. I know Loic personally. I'm going to apologize to him for that. Mitchell Deere, Alex Fricker, that's 7th and 6th. We got Marco Gak at 5th, Mark Dirksen at 4th, Robin McMillan at 3rd, Dexter at number 2, and then we had Sam Tucker finish at 1st. We also have the women here. Julia Goldoff, unfortunately, with the injury, finishing 9th. Kelly Dreger at 8th, Tanya at 7th, Freya Hammond Thrasher at 6th, Lisa at 5th, Reagan Kennedy at 4th, Samantha Lee at 3, Stacy Weldon at 2, and Eva Thompson finishing off the event for us at number 1. I actually have Sam Tucker in the booth here, just finished climbing. He's still breathing heavily. He's going to get nice and close to my microphone here so we can talk. Sam, you are very, very strong. How was the event?
The event was awesome. I was actually pretty surprised with how burly things got despite the terrain. But yeah, pulled it off really nicely.
Good. Do you want to walk us fairly quickly through the 4 problems there? I kind of was going through your mind. You did the first problem in an unorthodox way, and it looked very, very awesome.
Yeah, I actually scared myself quite a bit once I got up around that corner. If I had missed the foot stab, I would have been off of there for sure. But I think it ended up making the finish a little bit easier. I didn't like the looks of pulling myself all the way over out left there with just that big ball for a foot. I was a little bit worried about that. Number 2, pretty bummed I fell on the last move of that thing. Ended up just being in a real awkward position, hard to generate anything out of it. But once I went out right, to that little thing on the volume, opened me up, made that move a lot easier. Number 3, again, pretty bummed I slipped off of the little glassy foothold there because that one felt pretty casual actually. And then 4 is quite a mystery to me in all honesty. I still have hip cramps from getting my feet all spread eagle like that. It's definitely not my strength when it comes to climbing, comp climbing, I would say more specifically even, but really nicely set. Once someone walked me through the beta, I could kind of see how someone who was better at crimping things would be able to do that, but not me.
Well, it didn't seem to stop you from getting first, which is very positive. So congratulations on the win. We were talking earlier in the stream. With the $300 that you win, make sure you fill up with gas in Edmonton. It's 5 cents cheaper.
Yeah, honestly, where I filled up in Calgary, I think it was 9 cents cheaper when I looked yesterday. Maybe it's changed, but yeah, definitely filling up here.
So very, very good beta on the gas there with Sam Tucker.
Yeah.
Very good beta on the roots. Unfortunately for myself, it turns out the real beta out there is having strong fingers, big muscles, and good footwork. So we'll see how that ends up.
Yeah.
But overall, comments on the competition. I know you've been to a lot. I watched you way back in 2012.
Oh.
That was the last comp we had there. You were in it.
Yeah.
To this comp, talk about that.
That I think was the last Tour de Bloc I won actually. So that's good. I guess I have an Edmonton hot streak, a U of A hot streak. But yeah, setting is always on point. It was great to have Caleb in from Vancouver. The facility is really cool. I heard mixed reviews coming in to it, and I hadn't seen it for myself, but glad I did. Definitely am leaving with a good taste in my mouth, facility-wise. Bummed that Alyssa Weber is out for the season. That's too bad. And same with Julia. Well, let's cross our fingers that that's not so serious. But other than that, really fun event, really well organized, really well set. Had a great time.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from most of the competitors. It was overall a good event, and we did a really good job of kind of working with the space we had. So thank you for that. Thank you for climbing. Congratulations again. And I'll be signing off here. So from Sam Tucker and Dallas, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Have a great
thanks
evening.
for all your hard work too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Awesome.